Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Poison Akami here. Me, myself, and I back at it again with another video. And today's video is going to be a little discussion about Storm 5. Senju In Japan has actually announced like a little voice clip recording thing on Twitter about Storm 5 having a big change happen to it. Now, since then, he has taken it down, but he did message me asking if I maybe wanted to make a video on it. And it is something I want to talk about. And I couldn't make this video sooner because for the last week, I have actually been on vacation. Yes, my girlfriend and I have been on vacation down south of the country of the United Kingdom, down to a nice, lovely coastal area. It was absolutely wonderful. All credit goes to my girlfriend Jessica for taking all of these videos and pictures that you've seen right here. The place was absolutely wonderful, and really, I actually enjoyed my time there. I really wish I could go back. It was absolutely wonderful. We had a really nice holiday together, Jess and I. So basically, Senju has actually tweeted on Twitter a whole like voice clip thing that he had since taken down about Storm 5 featuring a new mechanic, and is actually pushing back the announcement of the game. So it's not pushing back the actual game's release date, it's pushing back the announcement of the game by about a few months, he reckons, because they're adding something big. So traditionally in Naruto Storm games, they add like things like leader switching or instant awakening or like different types of moveset to use or whatever for your characters as like a new mechanic idea for a game. Like Generations brought in the fact that you could do more cancels. Storm 3 brought in the fact that they had relay cancels and instant awakening. Revolution kept instant awakening but also added drive type awakening and ultimate jutsu type, and then Storm 4 added in leader switching. So what is Storm 5 going to bring to the table? So that was basically what Senju was actually basically teasing, is that Storm 5, or whatever the next Storm game is going to be, is actually going to be adding a whole brand new mechanic, and is big enough to actually delay the game's announcement for a few months. So whatever it is going to be big. Now, I've actually been seeing some comments back when Senju had the tweet up, and I was actually reading along what other people's thoughts and ideas were, and some people were hoping it would be things like netcode fixes or something, or like a change in netcode, or just minor fixes and mechanics or things like that. And I don't think this thing is going to be like a fixing thing. I think it's going to be more of an actual mechanic introduction, because that's what CC2 like doing most. When a Storm game arises, they take away a mechanic and they add in a new one, or they either keep the mechanics near enough the same and just add a brand new one just to spruce things up a little bit. For myself personally, I actually can't say what I would think the mechanic would be. I actually have no idea on if it's actually something like leader switching. I don't know if they're going to be like bringing back an old mechanic, perhaps like I don't know, something that you can just cancel out of tilts or a ninja move out of certain actions again, or maybe if you can do like instant awakening again, or maybe they might have a similar idea to how Revolution was, and you can pick a certain preset type to play the game as, whether it being you can choose a leader switch type, so you can leader switch amongst your team, or maybe you can choose a different type like instant awakening type, but then that will take away leader switching. This could be an idea, but I feel like that's a very easy thing they can implement, and that wouldn't really push back the game's announcement for too long. So basically, my question to all of you guys is what do you think that the next big mechanic could be that will be introduced to this game? And really, I'm actually surprised that not a lot of us have really spoke about this sooner, because Storm games are usually adding in a new mechanic for each game, because that's what separates that Storm game from previous Storm games in a multiplayer sense. I know that a lot of you have actually in the past wanted to do things like fighting on the walls again, like you could in Storm 1, or even like doing other things like the button mashing thing, where if two jutsus collide, you have to mash your way out to try and get the victory that way. But personally, I feel those aren't very good things for online play. The wall fighting might be viable. It was viably done in in My Hero 1 Justice, and that actually worked kind of well. But I don't know how well that would translate to Storm, especially in online play. I mean, we've already have characters glitching out the map currently by doing certain things. I feel like glitching out the map, or even just the game might break a little just by doing like the whole anti-gravity stuff. I feel like CC2 would probably have to put a lot of work in. Fighting on walls is actually like a good idea, if I do say so myself. But really, for myself, I actually can't say what they would add in. Like, and I don't really know if there's anything I'd want them to add in at this point. They've kind of already done a lot of different ideas, all of them being amazing, and the best one so far was leader switching. I feel like whatever this idea has to be will have to be something linked with all three characters on your team. It could be maybe something a little minor, like actually changing the jutsus of every character in your team, or it could be something about maybe altering movesets. Maybe you could change something about your combo strings, or maybe characters might have access to more like grabs. Maybe each and every character might actually have more preset versions of themselves. Very similar to like how Street Fighter would be, where you can play a certain preset of a character and it slightly changes things within their moveset. This could be something done in Storm, but with how many characters Storm has, that is a lot of characters to make presets for. Or who knows, they might even be bringing back the 4th combo. Obviously, there's lots of different ideas out there, and I'm not entirely sure, but this video was made with the purpose and the intention to get you guys thinking in excitement for when Storm 5 finally gets announced. Like I said before, I didn't really make a lot of Storm 5 videos because the game hasn't really been officially announced. A lot of these videos have been based on what Senju is saying, and I'm literally running along with what he is telling us. I have no problem with doing that because Senju's got a good track record. He hasn't been wrong about anything so far, and he seems pretty trustworthy, and he's an overall great and funny guy. That is pretty much the purpose of this video, is to get you guys discussing and wondering about what the next mechanic could be, and who knows, you could be correct and knowing things before the rest of us do. So be sure to share your ideas down in the comment section. Let's get talking about it. Share this video around or wherever. Get talking on forums, get talking in Discord chats, get talking to your friends. Anybody that you know is interested in Naruto Storm, the series, like the Shippuden Storm series, and you want to start talking about this, let's try and figure out what this next big mechanic would be for the next Storm game. I would love to know what it would be. Obviously, Senju seems to know something, but even though I've kind of expressed in our chat that I would like to know what it is, he didn't really want to say. And to be honest, it's understandable. He's in a position where he's not allowed to give out too much information. He's able to tell us certain things, but not the fine details. We have to figure it out for ourselves, and that's okay. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I hope that leaves some food for thought for you guys. As always, it's been your boy Poison Akami. Jane.